What's up traders, I am OdusTrades. Welcome to Market Monday. In this video, I'll be breaking down the key levels and trading opportunity for the week ahead. With the ongoing geopolitical tension between Iran and Israel, we could likely see increase in volatility in the market this week. So let's take a look at the higher time frame structure, key liquidity zones, and scenarios I'll be watching. Off with Nasdaq, we can clearly see Nasdaq has been on a clearly bullish trend on the weekly time frame after we broke above this major level of resistance. The market has been clearly bullish. Now we are jumping to the downside. Now, coming into this week, I am clearly watching how the market is going to react at our previous weekly high and our previous weekly low. But mostly I am looking closely at the previous week high. How is market going to react at the previous week high? Are we going to break and continue, or we are going to break and reverse? So that is my bias for this week. But I am more looking for long this week based on the the weekly time frame is bullish, and it look like the war between Iran and Israel is easing out. So this week I am clearly looking at how price is going to react at the previous week high. Are we going to bounce or reject? Then if market is heading towards the upside, these are my targets. I will target this order block right here. So that is what I'm looking for on NAS100. Now let's go to German 40. German 40, if we look at the weekly time frame also, we can see there is the weekly time frame also has the what bullish. But if you look recently, it look like we have a liquidity sweep right here. A liquidity sweep right here, because as soon as we saw this break of this level right here, the market respond immediately with a doji candle. Now last week was pretty bullish. Now if we look at this now, I am looking closely at how the market is going to react, mostly at the previous week high. At the previous week high, I'm looking at that zone very cautiously. That is where I'm going to base most of my trade next week. If the market is going to break and continue at this previous week high, then I'm guaranteed to be looking for my long. Then my first target is going to be this level right here. That is it on German 40. Now let's go to UK100. UK100 is very similar also. We are at a very strong confluence point, right? We are at a very strong confluence point. But if you look closely at the weekly time frame, the market was seriously bullish after we've broken above this major zone right here. Right, we saw a massive rally. After the rally, the market came to this um order block right here. Now the market is pushing clearly towards the what upside. But now if we take a look at the 4 hours time frame, we are at a very strong confluence point, because if we look closely, the 4 hours time frame, we are clearly bearish. Low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right now the market have react strongly and push towards this our what protected low. So my trade is going to base on how price is going to what react, if you are going to break this zone and continue, or if you are going to what reverse. And this is also in confluence with the previous week high, you can see. So I'm watching this zone closely if we are going to break or we are going to what, reject. Now heading to US30. US30 we have something very similar on US30. US30 is also what, clearly bullish after we broke our above this what zone, right here. The market have what, rallied, right, and now we are what, heading towards the what, downside. Now US30, I am still what, bullish, but like I said on previous indices, right, I will look at how the market is going to react at the previous week high, if we are going to see a continuation or a what, reversal, because now this market is what, bullish, and for us to have the best place that we are going to buy from, it has to be at a what, discount price, right. But since that we have a strong bullish what, reaction last week, we have to be what, cautious while we are looking for sell. But since the higher time frame is bullish, we have to respect the higher time frame. Now coming into the 4 hour chart, which we can see that it is clearly bearish. So I am looking at how the market is going to react at this zone, how the market is going to what, react at this zone right here. We have our previous week high. How is the market going to what, react? Even though we broke above this previous week high, I'm also looking at this level right here, how the market is going to what, react. But finally, if we broke this level, then I'm confidently looking for long towards the what, upside. Then we are going to be looking for long on US30. But you know, this is the financial market. We do not predict, we what, only what, respond to what the market is what, doing. Now if the market fail to go towards the upside and the market want to retrace further, then this is going to be my short target, where I'm what, looking for shorts. Alright, here you have it, traders. These are all the levels that I'm looking closely for this week. If you find this helpful, like and subscribe for more weekly market outlook. I also share my daily setup and trade recap in my Telegram community, link in the description below. Good luck trading this week, and I'll see you in the next Market Monday video.